Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our start from scratch run here on BallySpring. Just getting our tractor kind of washed off. This thing has served us quite well. It was getting kind of dirty, so got it all cleaned up. We're good to go there. A little bit low on fuel, a little bit low on maintenance, but I think we can go for a little bit longer before we worry about that. I did do some thinking between episodes, and I have decided that I think we've worked hard enough. I think it's time for us to have a little piece of land to call our own. I don't know if it'll actually speed things up. I actually think it might slow things down, because if I did my math right, we're only going to get about $20,000 to $25,000 worth of silage off of this that we can sell ourselves. I'm hoping I did my math way off, but I think it's about that, because I think we get about 20 to 24 bales between the two of them each cycle, which ends up being about 22 to 24,000 bucks. Somewhere in that range. So that means it would take us at least 2 cycles before we even paid for the field itself, let alone getting enough money to buy the rest of the farm, right? The farm that we want. So, but I think we're still going to go for it. One, I'm hoping I'm wrong about my numbers. And 2, I think it's time for us to have some land of our own. I think we deserve it. So we're going to grab that. I'm going to turn on the grass just so I can temporarily see, because I'm assuming it is still labeled as harvested because we just did all the harvesting ourselves, obviously. And it is in fact that. I suppose now the one good thing is that it does give us this value now, the whole precision farming value, so we can get a little bit more money from our bales than what I had calculated. Maybe we probably do want to go ahead and just purchase. Oh, that's actually not cheap. That is not cheap at all. We're missing the soil sampling, which will give us a nice little boost. Apparently it's got nitrogen on it right now, but we're missing a lot of the other things that we would want. I guess since they're not actually fields... Oh, no, we just don't know the information. I was going to say, if they're not actually fields, then it won't matter about some of the other stuff. Honestly, I don't know that we buy the stubble information just yet. I think we hold off. But let's go ahead. We can go ahead and sell our windrower in Tedder if we wanted to. I'm going to hold on to him in case we decide to do a couple more contracts, but we technically could sell those. So let's go ahead and just fast forward. I don't think there's anything else for us to do this month. Let's fast forward until we can get some actual harvest on those fields and get our first personal silage run. I'm assuming it'll be a couple of cycles. Yeah, still growing. I guess we can check the used equipment just for giggles. Not expecting anything. I mean, that's a pretty good little seeder, that, would be nice to have at some point, but not really high on our list right this second. I guess we can check contracts, because again, there's still a couple contracts that we would like to do, if at all possible. We don't need any more for Bulger. We really just need Day and the other dude. Not Willie. Thomas Schlug. So I guess we're good in there. So we'll go ahead and fast forward again. Let's wait till we get our field in tip-top shape, ready to be pup mode again. Which does mean I probably could have just waited to buy it until later, but I don't think it hurts either way, quite frankly. We have no debt, so whether I buy it now or buy it later, it makes no difference. Little tiny mower. I mean, we might need one of these at some point. Just not yet. All right. Let's check through these again. Don't see any for the guys that we're looking for. So I think we're good. And I'm assuming it's still growing. Yes. It says it's ready to harvest, but I think that is when it's at the lowest level. I think we need 1 more month for it to get to the max growth cycle that we would normally mow it at, get the maximum value. We'll zip over there just to make sure. Gives us an opportunity to check out our new land as well. Yeah, we got one more cycle, one more growth cycle to get the maximum. One thing we can do though is, we can we not? Well, I thought we could get rid of this fence. Oh, there we go. It's just not listed to my thing. It's not on my controller. I think we will get rid of the fence just to make it easier for us to kind of cut straight across here. I mean, the fence is cool, but also doesn't feel very necessary. I have to close it in order to hide this. Maybe we can't hide it. It's actually kind of annoying. Well, I think we can actually phase through these anyway, so I don't think it actually does anything. So I don't think those are hurting anything. And we can always put the fence back up later, which I think is very cool. The fact that we can get rid of the fence now, but it doesn't actually like hurt anything. I'm sorry about that. So we can always put it back if we want to have it later. This is all just bushes and things, right? Yep. Cool. I don't know if there's any reason to get rid of the bushes and stuff. I mean, truth be told, I actually would just like the bushes to go away. But I think those would be something that we wouldn't be able to replace later. Get rid of a little bit of the hedge here, just to kind of give us a little bit more of a kind of a gap here, so it's a little bit easier for us to, yeah, just make sure we know that we can go through those bushes. All is well. Not too bad. I think this all looks okay. Assuming if we really wanted to, we could go hide the fence on the other side too, but we don't need to right now. Not like we're going to need to go over that way just yet. All right. Well, let me go ahead and fast forward one more month, and then we'll get this whole thing mowed and go from there. Oh, I forgot we still had leasing costs. But why do we have a loan interest? Did I take out a loan and forget about it? Sounds like something I would do. I must have taken a loan and forgot about it. That's not a big deal. We'll obviously pay that back. I don't remember why I took it out. I must have took it out to buy some land and just open up a gate or something stupid. Probably did it for some stupid reason and then just forgot to pay it back. That sounds like something I would do. It's not the end of the world. I'm glad I noticed it finally. I'm sure you guys have been yelling at me, but I guess I don't really care because it was an honest mistake. And we have oh, that's right. We had this thing, which, I mean, I'm not going to get rid of now because we're about to use it. So not a big deal. So we have been using a little bit of money, but it's a nominal amount of money. So I'm honestly not that worried about it. Just get past the rain. I don't think the rain affects the grass. I think we've decided that, but it bothers me, so I'm just going to get past it here. While I'm doing that, I guess I can check to see if there's any contracts that we would be interested in. I don't think so. Nope. Does not appear to be any. Cool. Right, there's the sun. And let's finally mow our own piece of land here. Doesn't really matter where we start. I guess I'll start here and kind of go around. Still on spot swapping, we are good. So we got a third of the money that we need in order to be able to buy our farm. So we're quite a ways away. We are. Hopefully we can just get a lot more silage than I'm expecting and knock this out pretty quickly here. I assume that I can just phase through this. It looks like I can. The thing is, we go straight into baling, right? We don't have to do anything else. Just mow and bale, mow and bale. We'll make this pretty quick process. We might have to do a lot of fast forwarding in order to kind of get this reset every time, but other than that, it is a relatively quick process at the end of the day. Trying to do the math in my head about how much the precision farming steps would add and if it would be worth doing some of those. I mean, eventually for sure, yes, but right now, I mean, even just grabbing the soil samples would be about $8,000. I mean, eventually, pretty quickly we would pay that off, but not like right away. Still, it might just be a good idea just to get that done because we're going to need it at some point anyway. Every percentage point helps, I suppose. Wind up, this is a pretty decent amount of grass. I'm trying to remember exactly how much we got when we did the hay before. But I suppose we will get more bales from silage, but the volume of the bales again is less. So I think when we got what 10 bales off of this 145 of hay, you know, we might get 10% more than that. We may get 11 bales off of some silage. Helps if I actually mow right, but missing a little bit of skin, not the end of the world. All right, that is done. Good thing is that these are close to the store, so all our equipment's right here. I don't think there's really a place for me to store this stuff, though. Guess we'll just drive it back to the store. All right, let me get everything bailed up, and then I'll bring you guys back when it's time to kind of get everything put on the trailer. Now, putting it on the trailer, we won't be selling it right away because obviously, since these are not contract bales, we do have to wait for the silage to ferment, but that'll be fine. I don't even know what month of the year is the best time to sell the silage, so let's take a look at that as well. But we'll be right back. All right, we just got everything bailed up. And as I was sitting here kind of looking at this and thinking about it, I'm not completely convinced because we got 24 bales off of that. You guys can't quite, there it is. You can see it in my head. We got 24 bales off of that. So a full trailer load. And that maths out to about, I want to say about 24,000 bucks. That's something like that. I think it's about $1,000 per bale actually, at the best price. So I am not convinced that is actually any more money than if we just done contracts on both these fields. Now, there's no value in doing contracts on both these fields in the sense that we've already got the max discount with the guy that owns these fields, but it's kind of something to think about. Kind of, I mean, the one value of doing contracts is that we don't have to buy the field, right? So kind of an interesting take on things, I suppose. But just thought I'd kind of bring that up because it's interesting. I'm really tempted to just find us a couple really good, like 5 really good silage fields and just knock them out and get about 50,000 bucks right now. It would take us some time, right? I hate that these tedding ones are like so valuable. I do like that tedding one has a square baler though. In fact, except that we can't rent the equipment from that guy. But yeah, I'm very tempted to just grab some silage ones, even if it's not for guys that we actually care about. And why are all the expensive ones tedding? I guess maybe the tedding ones pay a little bit more because they know they're not going to get as much money from, or not going to get as much money from the stuff on the other side. But there are a lot of tedding contracts here. There's a silage one right there. Even has a nice fancy little thing, but we can't get that. But yeah, just kind of the idea of just knock out a handful of silage contracts, even if we're not going to worry about the discount, just to get an extra, like, you know, 50,000 bucks right now. On top of about 20,000 bucks that we're going to get from these once we sell these off. And actually, by the time, you know, we'll do another round next time. I don't know. I'm trying to think through the math here because we need another 200,000 bucks, right? So we do 5 contracts. That's about 50,000 bucks. So we need to do that twice for 100. And then we sell our stuff twice. That'd only be about 150. So we still need one more. So we'd have to do 15 contracts plus sell our own field twice to get the absolute maximum and get the amount of money we need to buy the farm. 15 contracts. It's a lot of contracts, guys, but it just might be the right way to go about it. Just trying to think through. I just don't know. I was really hoping we could just be done with contracts, as you guys know, but it just feels like that is potentially the right way to go about this. I mean, the value of buying your own field is that you can do the fertilizing, you can do the, you know, all that kind of stuff, which without buying the soil information, we're just not going to know, right? I think we're going to buy the soil information just because I just want to know. I think we need to know. So let's go ahead and grab this. Is it all part of the same though? I don't think it is it? No, it is. Okay. So it's if it's 4,000 bucks for all of it, then that's probably okay. Just grab it all. We'll just get it done. That does give me now, hopefully, full score there. So it only gives us like another percentage point. We really just need to be able to go ahead and get the fertilization done. Actually, the fertilization is perfect right now. And maybe it's always going to be. Maybe we don't even have to worry about that. Maybe if I'd bought this before and then we'd mowed, it would have been okay. Actually, this over here is only okay. I don't know why that stuff up there is good. And then, you know, getting the getting the lime. It's just, lime is so expensive, and we'd only gain about, what, $50 per bale. Like, it's really not much. If we're gonna get 20,000 bucks from this, 25,000 bucks from this, an extra 5% or so, a couple percentage points, it's really not that much. I mean, eventually we want the lime once we start selling other types of products, but I just don't know if it's gonna help us right here. I think spraying the, did we get a fertilizer thing? I thought we got one at one point just for a contract, but we did not. Fertilizer at least is cheaper, right? I mean, you can get a fertilizer for sprayer for pretty cheap. Still probably not quite worth it in the end. I mean, if we got the weed spot spraying, that would actually, I think, theoretically take care of the weeds as well. I just don't think we could justify it. Not with 24 bales off this field. But again, if we did do all that stuff, we would have more bales potentially. I don't know. It's just a tough call. It really is. Also, I think if we actually planted instead of just let it be field grass, I think we would get more grass that way too. I could be wrong about that though. Could be way off. It's really just hard to know. We're going to leave the bales here because there's no point in picking them up until they get fully fermented anyway. So we'll just go ahead and drive the mower back while I'm kind of talking through this. I'm really going back and forth on this, guys. I know how much we need to get done. It's a lot still. We still need a lot, right? Now we can get an extra, we can get an easy 20,000 bucks from our windrower and our tedder. It's an easy 20,000 bucks there. It's a little bit closer, but that's not much, right? We can also just get rid of our leased trailer over there. How much was it going to be to buy it? I forget. 50,000 bucks. Yeah, we'll lease it for a couple more cycles until we just get done with all of this, and then we'll figure that out. I think we've got to do some more contracts though. I think we just have to. It's not even an option at this point. I'd like to keep them close. What's some of the fields that are close by the store? I don't know. I don't want to go too far. Grass. I mean, anything 100. Actually, honestly, anything probably 70 to, I don't know, 150. Just to kind of put some sort of bounds on it. 70 to 150 is probably okay. Let's see if we got any contracts for those. I'm sure we do. We'll start at the top, work our way down. All right, there's 70. That's tedding. There is 72. That is silage. So it's not worth a lot, but it's because it's probably not a very big field. But it's something. So let's get 72. We'll grab 74. We'll grab 79. We'll grab 86. Mr. Duffy. Seamus here. And we'll grab, guess we'll grab 88. Not the most valuable contracts in the world, but that probably just means they're going to be relatively quick to get knocked out. Interesting. There's a couple, there's a windrower there. There's a header for a forage wagon. There's a roller for grass. That's kind of interesting. How much are these balers up here? Where are they? I know we've looked at them before. I think they're like 200 something, right? Yeah, they're just so expensive. I really, really, really want to try those things out. We'll get there someday. All right, let me go get these things mowed up. Actually, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, I'll probably have the mowing started, and we'll go from there. We just got 15 contracts. I think if we do 15 contracts, it may not be exactly where we need to be, but if we knock out 15 contracts while doing our own field, we'll be very, very close. So we'll just get it going, guys. I know it's been a lot of contracts, but get these knocked out, and things will be a lot better. So I do appreciate you guys watching, though. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.